All right, welcome back to Trimble Garage. So today we're going to be carrying on with the Subaru Sambar. In the last video, we got the new coolant pipes installed. I got the stud fixed in the gas tank and also installed the new wheel cylinders. And today, and also we got the motor started very briefly. Today, going to get those rear brakes installed and see if we can get this engine fired up. So let's just get right to it. So for the brake shoes, the ones that were on the truck, especially the one that I had to pry off, the material on the brake shoe did start to get chewed up a bit. And I was going to reuse those, and I've decided, you know what, I do have a brand new set of brakes saving for a rainy day. I picked these up along with some other parts for $30 for a brand new set of brake shoes. So I thought, what the heck, I'll put those on. I also had some remnants of an old brake kit, so I'll be using those. I do believe the Subaru Justy brakes are the same. The hardware kit. These springs, some of the springs I've used, and the ones I've got left, unfortunately, they're not quite the right size. But for some of the brake hardware kit, you can get them from a Subaru Justy. So let's go ahead and install these. Actually, also, I'm probably gonna have to unseize this adjusting screw. So let's just get this all put together. All right, so I got that brake installed, lubricated the threads and whatnot, but they do have a very odd spring setup on this. So you're definitely, I brought out the other side just as a sample so I could get this one together. It's, you know, it's a bit tricky. So you'll want to have the other one as a guide or take lots of photos. So I'm just gonna now put the other one together. All right, so I got those all put together. I'm glad I used the new shoes because, you know, everything's nice and clean and new, and now all I gotta do is slip them on and hook the emergency brake cable up and hook these springs up with the new little retaining clips here, and we should be good to go. All right, got that one back together. Pretty easy, actually. And now with the drum, it is pretty rusty and gross in here. So I'm gonna get some degreaser, clean this up, and get some heavy sandpaper and give this a bit of a scuff. I don't think my lathe is big enough to chuck this up. It's a pretty small lathe, but if I can, I will chuck it up and then do it that way. All right, got the drum back on. I basically took some 220 grit and just went inside the brake face, if you will, of the drum, so it's nice and smooth, or smoother than it was. Degrease it and everything, and yeah, new cotter pin, and this is the wheel that was seized up solid, and now it spins, so that's awesome. That's a big problem that's officially over. So now I'm just gonna go throw the other side on and see what's go from there. All right, so I got the other side put together. The wheel is on, or as I say, the brakes are all installed. I got the axle done. And what I'm doing now is trying to figure out why it won't start. I've been trying to start it. I've confirmed fuel is coming out to the carburetor. Filling that goes in here, and any excess goes back to the tank through this one, and I've got fuel coming out. So there's fuel at the carb, but the spark seems very intermittent, and I do think it is the points. So I've got another set of points, brand new points. So I'm going to replace pull the distributor out and replace the points and see if that solves my problem. All right, so I've got two different points here. They're both brand new, but they're like 180 degrees out from each other. Oh, looks like this is the right points right here. So I'm going to replace these points because I found that when I was monkeying with these points by hand and just opening it with a screwdriver, I was getting a spark out of the coil, but left to its own device, it's not working. So either I guess I could check the clearance between the points when they're open. But honestly, I think that they're pitted and everything, so it's just easier to just replace them. So that's what I'm gonna do. Looks like just to replace them super easy. See if I can get this, pull the rotor off. See if I can get that there. 2 screws, one there, and the points will come out. So do that real quick here. All right, I got the new points in there. I set the gap for 9/1000 of an inch. And now I'll put this back into the truck and see if it works. If it doesn't work, then I'm gonna replace the capacitor, and I have another distributor that I can rob the capacitor off of. So I'm gonna throw this back in and see if it works. All right, so I just tried that. That didn't work. So this is the distributor, the original one, which is completely rusty and nasty inside. But the coil and the wiring for it looks to be perfect. So I'm gonna pop that off and swap it onto this one. All right, so I changed the points, changed the capacitor, and still nothing. So I changed I had another coil, and I suspect this coil was underwater. Now I'm getting a spark, a good spark. So I've got it all hooked up here. The distributor, let's see if this thing will start. All right, that's enough of that. I don't know if that carburetor is just puking fuel into there. Oh my God, I gotta open my windows. All right, I just advanced the timing a little bit. It sounded a bit retarded, so try this again. But I think it might be the carburetor putting too much fuel in there. Crap, that's loud. Yeah, that's definitely just raw fuel. So, oh yeah, I can see fuel coming out the back of the carburetor. Yep, that's no good. We're gonna have to figure that out. All right, I pulled the plug on the fuel pump, so it's not gonna run. I'm gonna try to run this carburetor down and see what it does. All right, that definitely ran better towards the end, just as it ran out of fuel. So I really don't want to take this carburetor apart, but it sounds to me like the float isn't working. It sounds like it just keeps pumping fuel in. So yeah, but hey, she started up. Yeah, you can see the smoke coming out of my garage. It was just full of smoke in there. That's crazy. All right, so I think that's gonna do it for this video. It's a real quick one, but you know what? I said I'd get this engine running, and it runs, just not very well, and it's gonna take me some time to get this carburetor opened up and figure out what's wrong with it. And if you're watching any of my other videos, you'll know that I'm going to the racetrack down in Seattle with my Mach 1 Mustang, so I'm gonna be away for a little bit. So I want to get some content out to you guys before I go, because I know it's been quite a while since I put a video out of this little Sambar. I've been quite focused on the Mach 1 to get that thing ready. But this thing, as soon as I get back, this is my only project, so I'm going to be focused 100% on getting this done. So yeah, if you can wait till, you know, when I get back, that'll be great. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Thoughts and comments down below. Think about subscribing. Hey, I'm up over 800 now subscribers. I never thought I'd get that high. So, you know, I appreciate it, each and every one of you. Thank you very much. So yeah, thanks, and have yourself a great day.